This is the Culprit Junior 2, a road bike for riders typically aged 9 to 12 years old depending on the size of the child. The Culprit brand is quite new to the UK and you might not have seen it at one of these races yet. We're going to take a close look and see how it performs. It's far from cheap at £900, but it's a very high specification and a low weight. We weighed it at 8.1 kilograms excluding pedals. It's clearly intended for circuit racing by youth age groups C, D and E. One of the most obvious things about the bike is that it has 650C wheels. They're a bit smaller than the 700C wheels found on an adult road bike and a lot of junior bikes too. The smaller wheels do look a bit better proportioned than the 700C for a bike this size. They're also lighter than the equivalent 700C wheels. On the other hand, there's not much choice with 650C tyres, and it's harder to swap wheels than the other bikes or use spare wheels at races. The wheels are made by Token, a Taiwanese brand that's quickly earned a good reputation for quality, light wheels at a reasonable price. Unusually for junior bikes, both wheels have quite deep rims for aerodynamic and stiffness. The front wheel has a 30mm rim and the back one has a 40mm rim. They have aero-bladed spokes too, with 20 spokes in the front wheel and 24 in the back. The wheels have Kenda 23mm road tyres which are light and would roll well. Our testers certainly found the wheels were fast, although on very windy test days they found that the front wheel's deep rim did catch the wind and get blown about a bit. The Culprit's frame and forks jump out as being quite special too. It has carbon forks and teardrop-shaped aluminium frame tubes. The compact frame is 45cm measured centre to top and just 38cm measured centre to centre. However, the top tube is actually quite long at 46cm, which actually makes the bike nearly the same size as the Isla Bike's Luath 700, so it's a larger bike than you might think at first. The brake and gear cables are routed inside the frame tubes, which makes the frame look neat and tidy. The high specification continues with gears too. The Culprit has quality 10-speed Shimano 105 gears and microshift gear shifters integrated with the brake levers. The microshift system works a bit differently to Shimano or SRAM, but all of our testers who've used it have liked it a lot. You can change gear quickly with a very clear click. The brake levers have short reach, so they suit the rider's small hands well. The TRP caliper brakes are powerful in the wet and they have light action. The Culprit branded double chainset is good quality and at 152mm the cranks are a reasonable length for the bike's smallest riders. They're a bit short though for the riders at the taller end of the range. The rest of the components are good quality and are mostly Culprit branded. The handlebars, stem and saddle are proportionally sized. There is also an aero carbon seat pin which is very light. So how did the bike perform on the road? Our testers immediately noticed its lightweight, so on hilly test circuits they found that it climbed very well. The bike has a short wheelbase too, which made it feel very stiff and responsive when attacking or accelerating hard. Our testers said they'd be perfectly happy racing the Culprit instead of their usual road bikes. Although it's a lot more expensive than most of its competitors, the Culprit is actually quite good value considering how low weight and high specification it is. It's a highly focused bike and it's not going to suit everyone's pocket, but for committed road racing youth riders and their parents who are interested in something a bit different, it deserves serious consideration.